take refuge in Amida Buddha.
Amida Buddha, show them the way.
Open our hearts, Amida Buddha. Remember?
Yes.
Remember.
Do you?
Do you remember? Can you call it back? How you stood on the shore where the sea meets the land and saw the waves run in and out.
All through the night.
All through the morning, under the noonday sun. Covering and uncovering for the first and billionth time the secrets of the sand. Yes, and how you heard the ripples and the waves
mumbling,
rumbling, tumbling, shouting out.
A still unfinished story.
In the language of the wind, in the language of the sea,
In
in a language so difficult to remember, believe, or understand. Tell me, did you go on dreaming anyway? That night?
That morning?
That oh so long ago afternoon? Did you stand on the shore, so much like the one where we stand now, vigilant,
Patiently waiting.
while that long unfinished story seemed to come to life again? Tell me, tell me,
Tell me.
can you see, can you hear how the story goes on echoing, echoing, echoing and repeating,
Echoing and repeating.
all through the night,
All through the morning.
through the morning,
And into the long afternoon.
And when did their story become for us this tiny boat, crossing an endless ocean through a dark, impenetrable night, to its final harbor, here where we are right now, as we gather together in this quiet dawn? Namo Amida Butsu.
Namo Amida.
Namo Amida Butsu.
Namo Amida.
Namo Amida Butsu.
Namo Amida.
Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu.
Well, here I am, like some silent, unseen dweller in deep waters, suddenly wriggling in the fisherman's net.
No longer can I delay the moment.
No longer can I delay the moment when I must present myself
To all the world.
to each of you, so that anyone who listens with half an ear, attends with half a mind, may know my name,
My shame.
my story. Oh, help me.
Oh, help me.
Oh, help me. Oh, help me.
Oh,
help me to reflect on this, I beg you all.
Why must we tell each other stories such as the one you are about to hear? Tales of pain undimmed,
Though ages.
Though ages.
Though centuries pass.
whose eyes and ears, whose hearts minds, souls, desire, demand these stories.
Yours?
Yours. Yours.
Yours?
Yours. Yours.
Yours?
Mine?
Does the desire belong to God?
Namo
Namo
Amida
Amida
Butsu.
Butsu.
Namo
Namo
Amida
Amida
Butsu.
Butsu.
This world we know
Namo Amida Butsu.
is just a dream.
This world we know is just a dream. While there yet is time, cast it aside and wake!
I am a priest, and my name is Rensei. But I must tell you that in my youth, I was a warrior. And then I was known
As Kumagai.
Oh yes, the years pass without ceasing, but do they ever pass away? As Kumagai, I was a celebrated man of arms, known, feared, bounteously rewarded. But one day in battle,
On Suma Shore by Ichinotani.
I caused the death of a noble young boy from a hated rival clan. His name was
Atsumori. Atsumori.
His name was
Atsumori.
Atsumori.
His name was Atsumori. When I saw what I had done, that very day, I left the world. Took priestly orders and my present name of Rensei and began to pray without cease for the soul of that young boy I slaughtered.
Amida Buddha,
We rely on you,
give
Amida
rest to
Buddha.
his soul.
Show me the path.
Amida
We
Buddha,
rely on you,
give
Amida
rest to
Buddha.
his soul.
Oh, I have prayed.
Prayed, but not returned.
Returned? No, not returned.
Not once.
No. Not once in all the years since a stern fate brought us face to face and sword to sword so long ago.
So on this night,
So on this night, while the full moon rises, perfectly pure and round into the darkened skies,
my feet will take each step which leads to Suma Shore.
and there I will pray for the deliverance of
Of
Atsumori.
Atsumori.
Wandering like the moon, through mists, through clouds,
Wandering like the moon,
now thick, now thin,
through mists, through clouds,
now bright, now dim,
now thick, now thin,
wandering like the moon,
now bright, now dim,
through mists, through clouds,
now thick,
now thin.
Wandering, wandering, wandering like the moon, which never bends in its immutable skyward arc. Already I have passed
Koya Pond.
wandering, wandering, wandering like the moon. Already I have crossed
The Ikuta River.
until at last I hear the loud surf breaking.
On Suma Shore by Ichinotani.
At Ichinotani I have arrived. Almost without noticing the journey, already I have come to Suma Shore by Ichinotani. A tranquil, lonely scene with mists rising from the evening waves. There, just like the mists, gracefully surging, impossible to grasp, impossible to suppress. Images of the past rise up before me, piercing my heart. How many, many times. And now I almost, not yet, can't quite hear. You see? I knew before I heard it. And now again, can you feel it gathering, that sound? Spreading out in widening circles, hovering, beckoning, just about to reach us. Simple enough. On that hillside, harvesters are working, and on the breeze, a bamboo flute softly laments. Simple yet uncanny, far beyond my understanding. All my life, since I became a priest, that sound has followed me. Lovely but bittersweet, like years passing. Wherever I go, I find it. Or no. It finds me. This time, finally, I must meet the player and see his face.
Down from reaping on the hill, we come at end of day, little noticed or regarded. No one waits to thank us for our toil. Hello! 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 Hello? No one hears our voices calling. Our reaper's work is done today.
Now we seek a little comfort and repose.
No answer.
Today again, no answer, not the slightest.
Nothing but the wind sighing in the grass.
Each day just like the one before.
Up to the hill, down to the shore. Once, if I had called aloud, how many friendly voices would have answered?
Oh, welcome home, young master. It's so good to see you. Oh, welcome home. So good that you're here. We're happy to see you. Welcome home, young master. So good to see you.
Oh, but surely you're not giving up, young laborer. You've tried your favorite melody but once today. I know no matter what, you go on hoping it will call some magic answer back to you.
Silence.
Yes, imagine. Once again, nothing but silence.
Well, there's the wind.
Oh yes, as always, there's the wind.
And the birds.
And yes, as always, we can count on the birds.
Busy with their own song, heedless of mine. I wonder if there's any on this lonely shore who ever knew my name. What was that? Do you hear something? Far off, very soft.
Excuse me, you there? Yes, you two. Are you the reapers from the hill?
A priest calling to us from down below. Well, that's a new development.
No, before that. Softer, like a sigh from underneath the waves.
Oh, something mystical, mysterious, you mean? Something whispering at last the meaning of this dreary toil of ours. No, my young friend. As always, I hear the echoing of wind and waves beyond that. Silence.
Guide us, Amida Buddha. Give them enlightenment.
Guide us, Amida
Amida Buddha. Give them enlightenment.
Please, gentlemen, do me the honor to come closer. I have a question for you.
A question from a priest. For reapers weary at the end of day. That is a new development. Most reverend sir, what may your question be?
Was that your flute I heard just now?
Ah, the flute. Of course, of course. For a moment, I had dared to hope a priest might ask us something loftier, something metaphysical at last. But no, I might have known.
Excuse my friend and would-be mentor. He clings tightly to the metaphysics of bad manners. But he can't dispute that any ordinary thing, even just a sound, half heard, half guessed at sundown, might suddenly transport us from this barren shore straight onto the loom of which all destinies are woven. Honored sirs, excuse me, but so I have been taught.
He's a good boy, really. Only, as you see, subject at times to strange youthful enthusiasms.
You heard me playing Little Branch then, your reverence? For that is how I call my bamboo flute.
Yes, I heard you indeed. It was enchanting. So unexpected from laborers like yourselves.
Unexpected?
From laborers like ourselves.
Did no one ever teach you?
Do not envy what's above you, nor despise what is below.
Well, yes, of course. All educated men have heard that saying. I didn't mean...
What does the flute care for the manner of life of one who raises it to trembling lips?
Very true. Of course, you're right.
In forests, meadows,
courtyards,
royal halls,
tumbling shanties,
crowded city streets,
flutes of many kinds resound in many sorts of hands.
The flute wants only.
The flute wants only... The flute wants only to be filled with breath, filled to overflowing till it bursts out.
Oh! Oh, magic voice!
Magic song!
Floating like the moon,
Pouring like the sea!
Trembling,
fluttering,
Spinning
a leaf in the cold dawn breeze.
Distant as a star.
delicate as thinnest shell.
Deathless as a stone.
All this, someone of high or low condition may awaken in the flute.
And feel awakening within.
Through trembling breath and lips and hands.
Oh, strange. I didn't notice that your metaphysical friend had gone. It's grown quite dark, and here you stand alone, regarding me with burning expectation. Is there some service you desire of me?
I've stayed behind to seek a blessing. I heard it in the evening waves, a voice chanting the name. Oh, priest, be kind.
Of course. I can certainly invoke 10 times the name on your behalf. But allow me, there's one thing needful. I must know who you are.
Who I am. Oh God. Very well. I'll tell you truthfully. Well, no one. Just a relative of Atsumori.
Atsumori's kinsman. Can it be true?
Namo Amida Butsu.
I utterly rely upon Amida Buddha.
Namo Amida Butsu.
I call the name aloud for you.
Namo Amida Butsu.
As Amida's primal vow comes flooding through my heart.
Namo Amida Butsu.
If I should reach enlightenment, then every sentient thing in any world, whatever, might call my name and find salvation.
Not one.
Not one.
Not one would be forgotten or refused.
Oh, priest, do not forget me.
To call the name just once makes all salvation certain, and you will call it night and day for me, remembering one who could not tell his own.
Unexpectedly, at fall of night, a gift I could not repay.
And saying this,
He vanishes from sight, he fades away,
is
is seen no more.
you see before you one born here in Ichinotani, just enjoying the shore beneath the first stars of evening. And look, before me is a stranger in priestly garb. Now, I'm the friendly, informative sort, always have been, much to my dear wife's chagrin. Let's see if I can't befriend and inform this poor holy man a little on such a balmy night as this. Welcome, Reverend Sir, to the famous shore of Suma. May I ask who you may be?
I'm a priest from the capital traveling through the provinces. Are you a local man? Would you be kind enough to step this way? I have something I'd like to ask you.
Oh, Reverend Sir, what may your question be?
This may seem a strange request, but would you tell me all you know of the battle that took place here long ago? The one between the Taira and the Minamoto clans in which the noble youth Atsumori met his death? I beg your pardon, has my request upset you? What may you be doing?
Just checking how nearby my wife may be. Reverend Sir, I always do that before I begin to speak.
Ah, very wise.
Oh, but I know what she'd tell me. You may live here in this neighborhood, but you're just a humble, ignorant man who knows even less about these things than normal people do. So just hold your tongue for once. I just bet that's what she'd tell me.
Now, Charity, remember, how can you predict?
Because that's what she has told me. More than once, more than twice, in fact, every chance she gets. Why, yesterday alone...
Yes, I see. Truly, there is no blessing like a loving and dutiful wife.
Oh, now why are folk forever reminding me of that hateful saying? It may be true. I wouldn't know. But I beg you not to rub it in, your reverence. Still, just between ourselves, I'll tell you a little of what I've heard. Some 50 years ago, our beloved old emperor and his ruling party, the Taira, were embattled in the capital and had to flee to save their very lives. They took to their ships, and by some strange chance, it was here on Suma Beach that finally they came to rest. But those bloodthirsty Minamoto bastards followed them here, surrounded them by land and sea, and swore to show them no mercy. In the final battle, our Taira men were scattered. They took the emperor and escaped out to sea with what was left, leaving many behind, stranded on the beach. One of these was young Atsumori, a gentle, cultured boy of 15 with a love of music. But did those Minamoto pigs show him mercy? No, they cut him down. Now I can see that you're an honorable, intelligent, courageous gentleman, sir. Even if you are a priest, you think like we do. But a man who would do such a thing is not a warrior, but a snake. Lower than a snake. Lower than the lowest snake of a snake.
Excuse me?
And I would gladly kill him myself. We all would if ever we had the chance, just to give some peace to poor Atsumori's spirit. Oh, there, I've said it. Ha ha! Wife or no wife. Oh, I feel better. Ha.
It was I myself who slew Atsumori. In my youth, I was the warrior known as Kumagai. I was of the Minamoto party, and it was I who first came on Atsumori in his lonely bewilderment that morning on this very beach.
Really?
Truly.
Truly?
Yes, really. Could I let you go on without telling you? No. Priestly mercy forbids such a base deception.
You mean it was actually you yourself, sir? You are the mighty, powerful, honored warrior who took young Atsumori's life? By the way, snakes are said to possess great wisdom, aren't they, sir?
Just so.
Well, imagine my surprise, sir. Imagine my surprise. That's all I can say.
Your surprise is not difficult to imagine.
Yes, well, mighty for good, mighty for evil, as they say. No, I mean the other way around. No, it's not really evil. No, indeed, sir. Certainly not. What a silly thing to suggest. No, it's just, you see, mighty, righty, as the saying goes.
There is great wisdom in these homely proverbs.
And I'm sure a mighty, righty warrior such as yourself, sir, who in becoming a holy priest must surely have struggled mightily, and I hope rightly, to overcome any savage instinct which he might feel upon being insulted repeatedly, if quite unintentionally.
Allow me to stop you.
Oh, if only you would, sir, if only you would. And where's my dear wife when I really need her?
I asked what you knew of Atsumori, because of something strange that happened just before I met you. 2 reapers came down the hill as the light began to fade. One of them, a boy, no more than 15, played the flute enchantingly. When the other had gone home, the flute player told me he was a kinsman of Atsumori and earnestly begged me to invoke the holy name on his behalf, and then he vanished. He simply faded from view before my very eyes.
Oh, it's amazing, sir, absolutely amazing. I always knew that the legend must be true. But, sir, in this district, the reapers work alone. It's more profitable that way. But everybody has heard the story of the young reaper who plays the flute at twilight. Some say they've heard him. But to you, he has actually appeared. It was the spirit of young Atsumori himself who played for you, I'm sure of it, sir.
May his restless spirit at last find deliverance.
Well, sir, if you would spend the night in prayer for him, I'm sure you'll see Atsumori's soul again. Think how grateful the poor spirit would be. And how it would distract you from any impure thoughts you might still entertain of avenging any unintentional insults which you might recently received from well-meaning but clumsy, loose-lipped idiots such as, for instance...
Thank you. I will do as you suggest.
Oh, as you wish, sir. If I can be of help in any way, please do not hesitate to call upon me.
I shall certainly do so. Good night. Well, here I am. On the beach where the blood of men was shed 50, 500, or 5,000 years ago. Have I lived another life since then? In all those years, have I ever left this blood-soaked shore? Waves, sand, whispers in the air, spirits who linger unable to depart. Have I prayed for your salvation? Or have I held you prisoner all this time? Return, oh return. I have returned at last. Return, oh return to me. That terrible moment woven through my bones, still throbbing wherever I go. Oh, let it return and be redeemed at last. sorrow is unending. Whose? How can we be deaf to every breeze and ripple, every moistened grain of sand, lamenting? Oh, why can't I remember? All is dark to me. So dark. Both night and mind. Wandering. Without pathway, memory, or intent. Do I still chant and beat the gong? Or have I stopped to wander disembodied in the midnight mists?
How can that restless spirit tied to mine?
How can that restless spirit tied to mine find guidance?
And hear me.
And hear me calling on Amita's name when I no longer call to mind my own.
Yet fervently do I desire.
Yet fervently I still desire release.
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 Oh, fervently do I desire release.
Release. Release for Atsumori.
The plover's calling fills the darkness. Together, they and I sail straight across the wave-washed bar, each sweeping onward toward the echo of his own homing call. Look, even as he chants and beats the gong, he's sleeping. Kumagai, are you listening? One you blessed at twilight has returned, remember?
Atsumori.
This fateful place oppresses me. Have I really beaten on the gong and called aloud Amita's name without a pause? Who stands here?
Atsumori.
So soon forgotten, Kumagai. I will name him.
Atsumori
is before you.
No, I slept and dreamed, that's all. I still am dreaming. Or no, I've woken.
What makes you think you're dreaming, Kumagai? I heard your call and came to clear what's holding me in bondage. What possibly could be more real?
And whoever and wherever you may be, you call on me from midnight darkness because your chains are strong, your bondage deep.
Oh, deep. Deep as the sea.
Oh, dark as seabed's night.
Strong as the tide.
That drowns all ships. Oh, strong, deep, and dark are the chains of karma.
And helpless we who are fettered.
In the dark and the deep. In the deep and the dark. Fettered. In the dark and the deep. In the deep and the dark.
Raise me up, O priest.
In the dark and the deep.
In the deep and the dark.
Raise me up.
Fettered.
Raise me up.
In the dark and the deep.
Raise me up.
Fettered.
In the deep and the dark. In the dark and the deep.
That I may stand before you in the light.
At last, each holds the other's soul close as his own.
Once enemies, now forever joined by the law.
At last requiting kindness in a life gone by.
Finally,
Finally, I understand why it is
said, banish your wicked friend.
Embrace your virtuous enemy.
You yourself have made it clear.
Oh, grant that I may pass this fast expiring night, living out again for you my tale, my bondage, my confession.
We are drawn to see Amida on the heights.
Flowers bursting out in treetops.
And then in depths we cannot fathom.
The moon resting in a still pond. I was born where fate delivered me. How else? High up among my clan, the Tyra, rich and powerful, most fortunate son. By inheritance, by right, the world was to be mine. Why should I deny it?
We worked and ruled as we were fated to, building up the capital city, brick by brick, board by board, till it became the magnet of the earth. Wealth, power, knowledge, from every corner, drawn inexorably to the center where we stood, united. All this was ours. By resolution of our will,
Clarity of our minds.
Strength of our arms.
why should we deny it?
The powerless we pity.
Or ignored, depending on our temperaments.
Tasked by fate,
The times.
The gods.
to build a spreading empire.
Tell us.
What should we have squandered on anyone less fortunate?
Nothing.
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 Nothing. Nothing. Nothing. Nothing. Nothing.
But generations pass like dreams, half remembered in the morning.
Forgotten in the afternoon.
Our rivals struck and scattered us. Leaves spinning in the storm. We lit upon the water, fragile leaf-like ships our empire. Wild geese, crying lonely in the night, lamenting our forgotten flyaway. Never again to circle gratefully in the sky above our marshy home. At Ichinotani, we come to our rest. Our most exalted nobles.
Build brushwood fires.
Harvest seaweed.
Carry leaky buckets.
Shiver through nights severed from dawn.
While the wind howls. Then, on the 6th day of the 2nd month, my father, Tsunemori, gathers us together.
Tomorrow is the final battle. Tonight is all that we have left.
We sing and dance. I play. Yes, Little Branch, my bamboo flute. I played it through the night. How I remember, I played and played and played. I couldn't stop. That pure, unending breath outlasted mine. In the end, became my own.
Of course. And through the years, the many times that sound of pain would sing to me, would cling to me each step upon my weary way, how could I have forgotten? On the very last of all the evenings, when I was still a warrior, the sky which had been delicately brushed with rose, subsided into gray, then deepest black, just as it has again tonight, just now, and vibrating pearls spun from that unseen flute came and pulsed in it like stars singing, shining out their lives as we stood by. Can you hear that? It's far off, very soft, lovely but bittersweet, like years passing. Is that coming from their camp up on the hill?
Yes, I've been listening for some time. Beneath all our talk, while iron waves of battle gather and rise up, poised to crash and drown them all at day's first light, the song of a warrior's flute.
Remarkable men,
Yes, remarkable.
and all surely to die.
Yes, all, surely.
That can't be otherwise. And yet, that one man's courage. Listen.
Like a final prayer. Who can he be? A warrior's spirit, a courtier's skill.
Warrior or courtier, he shames me. Oh, play on, and be a victor over silence.
Remarkable. Still, who knows what we ourselves might do if we were certain this night was marked out indelibly to be our last.
If we were certain, without hope, I would be very sad. Very afraid.
Just so must he also be. Tell the bitter truth. Would you play?
Pick up that magic reed endowed with nature's voice and through it sing my heart's last song.
At such a moment.
Yes, at such a moment.
Would you?
All that I can say in truth is that I hope, I pray I would. And you?
Yes, I hope I would. But I would certainly pray for the night to be a long one.
I too. I pray that somehow, if only by a little, my life could be prolonged.
Oh, no, not me. I'd pray first for the luck to get myself a flute, and then sufficient wit in just one night to learn to play it.
Come cold gray morning, what does Atsumori find? Faithful comrades fallen or fled, all have left him alone on Suma Shore by Ichinotami.
I strain my eyes to the sea. I urge my fitful mount, but waves come rushing like 1,000 shifting mountains. Beyond them, lost in the shadows of their 1,000 surging peaks, my lord, His nobles, our ships, my last light!
Over there! There's another that they've left behind.
Comes the battle cry.
Do not let him escape!
And up looms Kumagai, himself a mountain in no way to be circumvented.
I turn and charge you!
Our blades strike
Twice!
3 times. Unhorsed, we roll in the surf. We strike for very life until the blow strikes home that from this world takes Atsumori. I know what is due my mighty fallen foe. With dutiful care, I lift his visor.
His face has seen but 15 years. No more. So innocent,
Elegant,
cultured, just a gentle, aristocratic boy, the unseen one who charmed your ears and heart, whose spirit won your admiration in the firelight.
Oh,
If you had only looked in my brocade bag, where I always carried it,
oh.
carved, polished, tended with my devotion.
Namo Amida Butch. Namo Amida Butch. Namo Amida Butch.
But now, the wheel which never ceases turning revolves and brings us face to face again.
Namo Amida Butch. Namo Amida Butch.
There he is, my murderer,
Namo Amida Butch.
my enemy.
deadly fury crosses worlds and ages.
I lift my sword again.
I lift my sword again to strike. Ah!
Namo Amida Butch. Namo Amida Butch. Namo Amida Butch.
Let everyone see.
Let everyone see.
Namo Amida Butch.
How my foe has long since found another way to leave this wrathful world.
Namo Amida Butch.
Let everyone hear.
Let everyone hear.
Namo Amida Butch.
From that farther shore, his prayers rise continually.
Oh, grant we may be born again together upon a single lotus seat. Namo Amida Butch. Namo Amida Butch. Namo Amida Butch.
Oh, what am I still clutching in my upraised hand?
Namo
Let
Amida
everyone see. Let everyone hear how death, ages, centuries have all been powerless.
Namo Amida Butch.
To free my grip from upon this sword,
Namo Amida Butch.
this sword from gripping me.
Namo Amida Butch. Namo Amida Butch.
Let the sea take it.
Do you remember? Do you? Now can you call it back? How you stood on the shore where the sea meets the land, and saw the waves run in and out as the sun rose, and a shimmering
moment
dissolved a night of vengeance into a dawn of peace.
Tell me,
Tell me,
do you remember? And now, here in this place, before our eyes, is the round of old sorrows finally stilled.
stilled,
For the space of one free breath. Oh,
what have our lives, all long since ended, left?
What have our lives, all long since ended, left? Lingering, left lingering.
Left lingering.
Left lingering in this place for you.
For you.
For you, here in this place, for you.
Oh, why tell again this long forgotten story of a time and place reached only in a dream?
No, Kumagai. No, Rensei. You are not my enemy. Oh, pray for me.
Namo Amida Boots.
Namo
Amida Boots. Namo Amida Boots. Namo Amida Boots. Namo Amida Boots. Namo Amida Boots. Namo Amida Boots. Namo Amida Boots. Namo Amida Boots.
Pray for me again.